You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we have got another spotlight series. We're going to do a football spotlight on recent UNC transfer linebacker Andrew Simpson, who I think is a really interesting prospect for Carolina in the 2025 season. Now, obviously, Carolina's linebacker room has been absolutely decimated from the 2024 season. Power Eccles went to the NFL. Amari Campbell transferred to Penn State. A guy that looked really promising in the bowl game, Caleb LaValle, he transfers to FSU. Michael Short, Caden Cruz-Law, Ashton Woods, all of these guys left the program. So it was absolutely imperative that Lombardi and the Belichicks replenish the linebacker room if they were going to have any kind of success in 2025. Now, in comes Kamori House, really promising young man. Makai Bayer, got some really good tape on him. Guys like Evan Bennett, who were already in the program, he stayed with Carolina and everything. There's a couple of other dudes, man, but I think the guy that logs the most snaps in 2025 here as of June is going to be Mr. Andrew Simpson. He's a senior. It's his last year of eligibility, and we'll talk about some of the things that he brings to the table here in a second, along with looking at some highlights. Now, Andrew Simpson is a 6'1", 240-pound former three-star prospect. He was the 953rd ranked player in his class, and he was the 101st ranked linebacker in that class, according to the 247 Sports Composite. Now, per On3, Simpson was the number 2 overall linebacker in the transfer portal this year, so this was a huge get for the Heels, dragging him over from Boise State. And as you can see, Andrew totaled 1,477 snaps throughout his career. He's tallied 150 tackles, 36 tackles for loss, 15 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 3 interceptions, 5 PBUs, and he has accumulated 3 fumble recoveries. And one of the things that I really like about what he brings to this UNC defense is the fact that the dude's played in a college football playoff game, man, just like Thaddeus Dixon. That's invaluable experience, something that he can, obviously impart onto the rest of the team. And when you have guys that have played at that level under that kind of spotlight, it's obviously never going to be a bad thing. Now, Boise State was beaten by Penn State in that game 31-14, but Simpson logged 4 total tackles, 1 solo, and he also had a half sack. So, without further ado, man, let's take a look at some game film right here. Now, one of the things we can see here is that number 10 off the edge against Utah State is a beautiful thing to see, man. He does a really good job right here of disguising the blitz. You can see that the quarterback is not even thinking that 10 is coming through. He keeps us contained in case the ball is actually handed to the running back. But as soon as that stinking quarterback pulls that thing and he's got that back turn, man, watch the acceleration to make the sack, bro. This is a good football IQ play right here, and it gives you an idea of how effective he can be in the blitz game. Not to mention, he doesn't just make the tackle. It's a clean tackle with the helmet right under the stinking chin strap, bro. And he arrives with some violence. Let's think it go. He'll fill that one later, and he will start, the quarterback that is, pre-snapping where number 10 is, because he does not want that to happen a couple times a game. Now, next up, we can see Simpson drive back here in coverage in his zone look. He fades and probably gets lost behind one of the hog mollies up front, but he is still able to read that quarterback's eyes, man, and he steps in front of the pass, and not only does he pick this one off, dude, but he delivers a pretty good run, after the catch. You can see that he looks capable of taking one to the house with that explosion upfield after the pick. Coaches are often obviously the ones that have that play lined up, but it's still incumbent upon the player to make those stinking plays, man. So you see good feel right here, good eyes, good hands, just a player making a stinking play. Here we go again against Utah State, where we can see Simpson just body that daggum Aggie running back right there. Obviously, you want to see him wrap up on this play, but he is capable of thumping you with that 230, 240-pound frame. Here we have current Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Penix and the Washington Huskies. You'll see 10 right here fade to his spot, but as soon as he sees the pocket collapse and Penix steps up, what I like about this play is how he attacks the inside hip, right? So a lot of guys not understanding the angles, even at that level, they'll get outside and allow the cutback lane, and guys will just, put a foot in the ground, get upfield, and now they're in space. I like how he attacks the inside hip here because Penix can either try to run him to the boundary, or he's going to have to, make a move inside. He tries to go with a spin move back inside, but because Andrew Simpson is on that inside hip, he wraps him up and he effectively takes that inside cutback out of the way. This is a really good pursuit play right here, and obviously Penix was that dude in 2023. Next up, we got a touchdown saving play where Simpson gets his hands on a football at the goal line against San Diego State. So he saves his defense 6 points on the punch out, and then he recovers the fumble in the end zone. Once again, big time players find themselves around the football to make plays, and this is a big one at the beginning of the game because San Diego State thinks they're going in for 6, and Andrew Simpson has something to say about that. This next play against Wyoming is it's just recognition and reading your keys. I think that this is something that really does well. He gets in to his run fit. One of the things that this dude does fairly well is he's able to, scrape through the trash. And his ability to read and react on tape is a strong suit, if you will, man. You can see him recognize the play. That's a 5-yard loss in the backfield. It's not even a blitz, right? It's just run recognition and not waiting for the ball carrier or a lineman to pick him up at the second level. He's just attacking down the line, bro. He's attacking the ball carrier. I really like the aggressiveness here and trusting his eyes. Here we can see, once again, the ability to affect the game as an effective blitzer. This is actually a stunt, maybe even to set up the defensive end for pressure up the middle as Simpson kind of takes his guy outside, but he makes the quarterback step up, and you can actually see him blow past this guard and make the play in the backfield. I don't even think that was necessarily the design of the play. He just happened to explode past the guard, and he got to the quarterback before the defensive end even had time to get into the play on the stunt. The next play right here, run fit, run fit, run fit, dude. Here we can see him at that outside backer spot again. Watch the run recognition and him getting downhill, attacking the ball carrier. The last couple of years, we played sideline to sideline a lot at that linebacker position. Once again, the recognition and getting downhill to make a play in the backfield is big time, man. Those type of plays change drives, right? Not just scraping and allowing guys to get to you for a 2-3 yard gain, but actually reading, reacting, getting downhill, and meeting the back at the line of scrimmage. Those are just, like I said, man, those are game-changing drives, man. Here we have a little screen where Simpson doesn't wait once he recognizes the play. He doesn't just sit there and wait for the hog mollies to get out and block him. He gets downhill. He attacks the receiver. This is probably a really poor play concept, but it's still him showing his football instincts, man. So this is going to be interesting to see how he comes over and leads this linebacking core. Him and Mekhi Bayer are the old heads. I think Kamori House might have the highest ceiling, but, him being a senior and playing at the level he's played at with all the snaps that he's logged, that's why I got him right here on this spotlight right now, man. Now, one of the knocks on Andrew Simpson is the fact that though he's almost always in really good position, he has been prone to missing some tackles. So that is obviously something that needs to be cleaned up, man. They say that he's missed nearly a quarter of his tackle attempts in 2024. So if he can clean that up, right, I think this could be a really good year for Andrew Simpson under the Belichicks, man. So you let me know what you think about Andrew Simpson down in the comments section, Tar Heel Nation. Although he missed spring ball with the program, do you think that he can catch up enough to be a staple on this UNC defense, I think a lot of their success is going to be predicated off of just that, man. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one, baby.